John Harbaugh taking over the New York Giants changes everything, especially how this front office is going to approach the upcoming NFL draft. This isn't just another coaching hire or a short-term experiment. This is a full-on shift in philosophy, identity, and long-term vision. Because if you followed his career at all, you already know this is going to be about physicality, toughness, and discipline. Harbaugh is not chasing shiny toys. He's chasing an identity. Before we dive deeper, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are on the way to 10,000 subscribers, and your support means a lot. When you look at the Giants roster right now, the pressure points are obvious. There is talent on this team, but it's uneven and in some areas very fragile. The biggest issue remains the offensive line, specifically right tackle. That position has been unstable for years, and it's impossible to build a consistent offense when one edge of your line is a weekly coin flip. Then there's wide receiver. Malik Neighbors is clearly a foundational piece, but with injuries and limited depth behind him, the Giants need another legitimate option who can actually win meaningful snaps. Not just a speed guy or a gadget player, but someone who fits the offense and can be trusted. Defensively, the Giants still need more reliability at corner. And in the front seven, while Dexter Lawrence is a dominant presence and Abdul has upside, the unit as a whole lacks speed and violence behind them. That brings us back to John Harbaugh and what his arrival really means. If you look at Harbaugh's history with the Ravens, the blueprint is very clear. His teams are physical, they are versatile, they are disciplined, and they are built from the inside out. The trenches always come first. That's exactly where the Giants are right now. Another major factor here is Jackson Dart. Whether you're fully sold on him or still undecided, one thing is undeniable: the Giants have to protect him better. Multiple national mock drafts and Giants-focused analysts have already connected Harbaugh's arrival to an emphasis on protection and a more complete receiving core. That means improving the offensive line and making sure Dart isn't forced to play in chaos every single week. Andrew Thomas, when healthy, has stabilized the left side of the line. That part is clear. But right tackle and guard still come with major questions. There is uncertainty surrounding veterans like Jermaine Eluemunor, and the development of younger linemen has been inconsistent. Even people who are optimistic about this roster admit that the Giants leaned too heavily on cost-effective veterans last season. That came with real issues in pass protection, anchor strength, and overall efficiency. That is the exact type of problem Harbaugh will want to solve through the draft. You can't patch the offensive line year after year and expect it to hold. You need a long-term answer. You need a rock. That's why, in this mock draft, round 1 sets the tone. At pick number 5, I think the Giants go offensive line and select Spencer Fanu out of Utah. This offensive line class isn't particularly deep at the top, which makes this decision even more important. When you're drafting this high in a weaker class, you don't overthink it. You take the player with the traits, the upside, and the fit. Spencer Fanu checks all of those boxes. The idea of pairing a high-end right tackle prospect with Andrew Thomas is incredibly appealing. It immediately changes how defenses have to play the Giants. It gives Jackson Dart a cleaner pocket and allows the offense to expand what it can do schematically. A lot of mock drafts talk about stabilizing the right edge, reducing the constant churn at that position, and finally gear laterally without panicking or oversetting. When defenders try to convert speed to power, he shows the ability to sink his hips, allows the offense to get more players into routes, and lean into deeper play-action concepts instead of chipping on every snap. In the run game, Fanu's ability to climb to the second level and sustain blocks on linebackers is huge. That translates directly to the power and counter-heavy concepts Harbaugh used in Baltimore and will likely bring to New York, even without a Derrick Henry-type back. This pick isn't flashy, but its foundation is Elijah Surret out of Indiana. Surret is not the flashiest athlete in the class. He's not a pure speed demon. But he is exactly the kind of high-floor, chain-moving receiver that makes sense in a John Harbaugh offense. He plays with toughness, he understands leverage, and he wins on money downs. At James Madison in 2023, Surret recorded 82 catches for 1,191 yards and 9 touchdowns. That's nearly 15 yards per catch and over 91 yards per game. He showed he could produce consistently in different environments and against different coverages. He followed that up with a strong 2024 season at Indiana, catching 53 passes for 957 yards and pushing his yards per catch into the 18-yard range. Indiana had a lot of offensive talent, so his volume dipped, but his efficiency increased. Even in a shortened 2025 season, he added 45 catches for over 600 yards. Across his college career, Surret has been a high-leverage target. He's a receiver quarterback's trust. He's not a wide receiver one, and that's perfectly fine. Behind Malik Neighbors, he fits this offense extremely well. This is the kind of player who keeps drives alive, converts 3rd and 7, and shows up when the game tightens. Moving into the later rounds, this is where John Harbaugh's fingerprints really start to show. Rutledge is a massive offensive lineman with real upside. He's a bit of a project, but the tools are there. Earlier scouting reports had him projected as a 3rd-round pick, with room to rise if he continued stacking strong performances. Later evaluations highlighted his physical edge and tone-setting mentality. One scout even said teams should draft him and not wait. There are already mock drafts with teams like Jacksonville targeting him in the 3rd round, so there's a real chance he's gone before this spot. But if he's available, this is an excellent fit for New York. Harbaugh loves linemen like this. Big, mean, coachable players who can develop into core pieces with the right coaching. Adding Rutledge would further solidify the offensive line and give the Giants real depth and flexibility up front, something they've lacked for a long time. This is a really interesting moment for the Giants. For the first time in a while, it feels like the organization knows exactly who it wants to be. They have the head coach they wanted, they have cornerstone players, and they finally have a draft strategy that matches their identity. Abdul is developing. Cam Scatterbo will return from injury. Malik Neighbors is a difference maker. Dexter Lawrence anchors the defense, and Jackson Dart has a real chance to succeed if the roster around him is built correctly. I know it sounds strange to say the Giants could become scary. That's not something people are used to hearing. But it's coming. Maybe it takes a year, maybe it takes 2. But this offseason feels like the reset this franchise needed. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're a Giants fan, how are you feeling about the direction of the team? I know it's early, and this is just a speculative mock draft. There will be plenty more before draft night. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next.